We are live. There we go. Couldn't find the button.
That's weird. Never.
I don't really do the unmuting part. That's your job.
Oh, well. Surprise.
Oh, that is in our way.
Hello.
Hey, I'm Sean.
I'm Amanda.
And this is the Weekly Rental. A podcast for our fans, by our fans, by us, for our fans.
We're fans.
No, we're not.
Of movies.
No, you are, and I'm married to you, so.
You're welcome.
I like your hair.
Yeah, I look like one of the Foreman wives
You
or
do.
sisters. Kitty, Lori, yeah.
Yeah, Tasha.
What?
I don't know. I'm so excited for tonight's episode.
Me too.
Take it away, Grubs.
Oh, hi. How are ya?
Wow.
Okay,
Your
first,
charisma is like just flowing off of
I
you.
know, it really is. I'm very caffeinated tonight, so let's say hi to our guests, our viewers, our friends, our pals, our buddies.
Yeah.
Hi, Lacey.
Oh.
Just kidding. Hi, Lacey. Hi, Sagan. Hi, Dee Dee. Mom. Hi, Mom. Hi, Roshi. Hi, Bailey.
So live.
Hi.
Thank you guys.
Oh my God, hi.
Cool. My family gave up on the dream, it looks like.
I assume that they're in there somewhere. They just are. Ooh, sorry if that peaked the mic a
We
little.
don't bark.
Cozy also says hi to all of you. She misses you a lot. So today, our very exciting topic that we're very excited to excitedly talk about, that I have a lot of notes for, is stopping to by to say hi. Jake and Andy haven't seen
Oh, yeah.
Bohemian Rhapsody. Why?
Because they're uncultured.
But why? They're related to us. Well, you by blood, me by marriage, but they haven't seen Bohemian Rhapsody.
They've heard the song. It's basically just a musical.
So, oh, hi, Karen.
You can pirate it. Probably super easily. We own it.
It's on HBO. It's on something. Watch it is what I'm telling you right now.
We own it. We could bring it to Montana.
Oh yeah, that's true. So, because we own it, last night.
It's great. Like, do you guys like the gays? Because we do.
Yeah, everyone does. So last night I rewatched it, and Sean was beside me, like kind of Sagan has also not seen Bohemian Rhapsody. I'm stressed out. I thought you were all my friends. Why?
Now I feel like, second, do you have a Blu-ray player? Because I will bring you the movie. Everyone pause. I'll be back.
Yeah. You need someone's HBO password. Okay, look on Real Good. I'll do it right now. Never mind. Anyway, we're going to talk about the movie. I have some qualms.
So many spoilers for all the people who haven't seen them.
I mean...
It's all people close to me, which I feel attacked because I love Freddie Mercury.
Exactly.
And Queen.
You should feel attacked.
I do.
Is it people... Or is it spoilers? Oh, it's on Fubo, apparently.
What is
Not
Fubo?
HBO. No clue. Fubo TV. Or you can rent and buy it.
For $2. You rent it for $2. I say it's worth it.
Yeah, do it. Just
A
rent
PS4? I don't know what that means.
it. Me neither. Okay. Ooh, sorry.
That's loud.
Anyway. No, but there's... Okay, this is my point on spoilers, because Lacey just said if you do it... Cozy, quiet. Hold on, please.
Yeah, well, your dad's not no idiot.
Yeah, Dad's not an idiot. Yeah, okay, thank you, Sagan. This is what I was going to say, because Lacey said if you're doing a deep dive, there's going to be spoilers. There's no way around it. But is it spoilers if it's based on real people who experienced all of these things in the 60s to the 80s?
I never saw Abraham Lincoln Vampire Slayer, and I don't want that spoiled for me, even though that's historic events.
Fair, but also, would you attend Like, would you watch a video of someone talking about Abraham Lincoln Vampire Slayer? No, because you
Nobody's
don't want it
made
to be
that video.
spoiled. Well,
What are you doing next week?
apparently watching that.
I think my mom's seeing it.
Yeah. So, I guess spoiler warning. If you don't want it to be spoiled, get the heck out of here. But
Leave your computers on because we need the view count.
drop a like. So, where to begin?
Beginning.
Let's start at the very beginning. A very good place to start. You don't understand that reference because you've never seen Sound of Music.
I honestly thought it was from The Hobbit.
Start yelling at him now. Chat, I would like you to yell at Sean for
If they
never seeing
haven't
Sound of
seen
Music.
Bohemian Rhapsody, what's the chance they saw Sound of Music?
Very high.
Are you serious?
Bohemian Rhapsody came out 3 years ago.
Yeah, but it's so much better than like.
Sound of Music came out. It's a classic. And I can't stand you. Okay? I
Not
can't stand
everything's
you.
a classic.
Not everything's a classic, I agree.
Like that movie.
What movie?
It's about Nazis.
Yeah.
And they sing. I don't want to watch
The
a movie.
Nazi-
The only
okay.
singing Nazis I want is in the producers.
One Nazi sings,
That's one too many.
but you don't know he's a Nazi until the end.
I saw, what's that Vin Diesel movie where he's the babysitter?
The Pacifier?
Yeah, and the
So
son
good.
is dressed up like a Nazi while he's singing that.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sagan. He's yelling.
Second, you live in an apartment, don't yell.
Any,
Your neighbors are thinking something's going on.
Something is going on. A travesty. Anyway.
Okay.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
There are no singing Nazis.
Well,
Wait, what?
just kidding.
Oh. I knew it was Richard Madden.
Okay, so... Oh, I was like, Richard Madden was not in that movie. He wasn't.
Was he?
He was in Rocket Man.
He plays the same character.
Okay, we also had to preface that. So initially, when we put up the poll for Bohemian Rhapsody or Rocket Man on Instagram, there's something's off here. What happened? You sat...
Everything's fine. The world's fine.
You're too far from me. Anyway, thank you. Okay, so when I put up the poll for Bohemian Rhapsody or Rocket Man, I was kind of... Well, only Rochelle and I voted for Rocket Man, so that proves to me that the rest of you are garbage.
I was going to vote
humans.
for Rocket Man,
Yeah.
but I've been Freddie Mercury twice for Halloween, so I'm
Fair.
like, I feel like I'm obligated.
Yeah, your allegiance lies with
Yeah.
Freddie. I understand.
Right.
But so then I was like, well, I'm going to be obstinate and talk about Rocket Man anyway, and I'll just compare
Don't know
the
what to do,
two.
because like no one's going to see the results of the polls.
Right.
Like after it closed, 10 people were like, "Oh, I meant to vote for Rocket Man." You could have lied to our viewers. They're fine with that.
Right, exactly. So we anyway,
So much going on in chat.
so much happening. Anyway, so last night I watched Bohemian Rhapsody, and then I watched Rocket Man in hopes that I could compare the two of them. I'm going to preface now by saying there will be comparisons, but we need to do a deep dive for Rocket Man at a later time because I cried my way through the movie remembering that it's in my top 10 favorite movies of all time.
Sagan hasn't seen Rocket Man either.
I saw that. I'm choosing to ignore it.
Also, hi Josh. Yeah,
There's so much happening.
There is.
Oh my god, Sagan, please dress up as Brian May. Sean can do Freddie. I can be Roger Taylor. We need a deakie.
Bailey.
Bailey, will you be our deacon? Okay, so where do we start? Oh, so wow, that was a lot of ways of saying.
Yeah. We're only 10 minutes in and we have yet to talk about the movie.
I know. Because there's a lot to talk about. Okay, so Whoa. Okay, Bohemian Rhapsody is a biopic, doesn't matter, based on Queen, the band Queen, but just like mainly Freddie Mercury.
Yeah.
I would say Freddie Mercury is supposed to be the like highlight of this movie, the main character, but I would venture to argue that the bandmates are the shining stars of this film.
Okay.
which could be a bias based on the fact that they produced it and not Freddie, who's dead. But they did so wanting to honor Freddie, and in return, it felt a little bit like a love letter to Brian, Roger, and John Deacon.
Which, so, for those of you who don't know, the movie was actually supposed to come out years earlier. It was supposed to star Sacha Baron Cohen as Freddie. And apparently, Brian May and...
Well, I think he was having issues with the director.
I'm sorry, you don't want me to talk?
Continue.
That's right. Learn from this. We're supposed to be a team. No, but I was going to say Brian May and Roger said, oh yeah, Sacha Baron can sing. He's got pipes.
Yes.
Yeah, they couldn't find a script that they liked. The director liked. And there's an interview with Sacha Baron Cohen where he's sitting down and he's like, yeah, so we were talking with the band. Mm-hmm. I was like, this is how I want to go. And then Freddie, spoiler alert, dies. Mm-hmm. And then Brian May was like, yeah, and then they can see like what we did after he died. And Sacha Baron Cohen was like, well, nobody cares. Like, it's about Freddie. And there was like a little tension between like the director and everyone with that. So the film got scrapped. Bring in Apocalypse from the X-Men movies.
That was a deep cut nobody cared about.
Yeah.
Are you talking about Rami?
Yeah, but it's actually... But Apocalypse was...
Oh,
Poe
Oscar Isaacs. Quit bringing Oscar Isaacs into all of these. It's not his place.
I will bring Oscar Isaac into any movie I see fit.
We should watch all of Narcos, and then we can just talk.
What?
It's literally like just Oscar Isaac and Pedro Pascal. Like the entire
Pascal.
show. I know.
That sounds great.
I know.
He's the Mandalorian.
Uh-huh.
It's great.
And Oberyn Martell. We stand Pedro
Yeah,
Pascal. Hi, Anthony.
So
and
anyways,
Jamie.
they brought in Rami Malek instead of Sacha Baron Cohen, which would have been good.
Uh-huh.
Because, could you imagine? Sacha Baron Cohen.
Yeah, it would be incredible.
Is it the real life?
No. Okay, hold on, sorry. Sorry, guys. We thought that closing the curtain would outsmart our dog into not barking at the neighbors, but it didn't work. She just stuck her head out the curtain. She's really smart, like a velociraptor. Right?
Yeah.
Anyways,
so they brought in Oscar Isaac. No. Shoot. They brought in Rami Malek, and the rest was history.
Yes. So, along with that, though, they changed directors.
Yeah, I mean...
like you said, they scrapped the whole movie.
Yeah.
But they had already filmed a lot of the movie.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, and so they had to, like, scrap and redo everything, which is why this is now my argument, and will continue to be my argument for the duration of this. It is a garbage film.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Weren't expecting that.
I wasn't. It's not only because you watched the entirety of Bohemian Rhapsody, and then you immediately watch all of Rocketman.
Which is perfect. No. As I was watching Bohemian Rhapsody, I realized that it's a garbage film in that it has a good narration, good narrative arc, decent writing. It's not that bad. Was that wise?
Nope.
Okay, so the editing, which I have to Google this now, it was nominated and it won several Academy Awards. Like, I think for sound editing, I'm looking it up right now. I should have looked this up beforehand. I'm very sorry. Sean's putting the treats away because Cozy could see them where they were before. Anyway, the editing of the film, specifically, there's one scene that I watched a video breakdown of it on YouTube, and it's the scene where they first meet John Reed, their manager, played by Lord Peter Baelish.
Yeah.
What's that guy's name? Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it won Best Sound Mixing, Best Film Editing, and Best Sound Editing. But it's edited like trash. And I think they just won the Oscar because they felt bad for them that they had to scrap together like horrible
I mean, that's pretty
shots.
impressive to like scrap together literally 2 different movies.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. But the scene with John Reed, it's just bad direction as well because they put 2 of them on one side of the table and then Freddie at the head and then John Reed up against the wall and then another Brian or someone next to John Reed. So the way you shoot it, when they find out the news of them like
being signed.
Yeah, being signed, you then have to do like a ton of like immediate cuts because you don't have them all sitting together to react.
So you,
instead
in your
of just
mind,
having a reaction cut,
we should have Peter Baelish walks up to essentially the Last Supper. Everyone's like sitting.
No, but it's a thing in film. You would never notice it until you watch a good movie, and then you're like, oh.
Here's the thing about this channel: not about good movies.
That's not true. Anyway, no, I love it, and it brings me so much joy, and I've seen it like 8,000 million times, and like because of it I did all this research into Queen, and now Queen is like, I mean, Queen always has been one of my favorite bands of all time, but now that I like know their life stories, I like absolutely love them. So I'm not saying that it's not a good movie. I'm just saying that it's garbage and doesn't deserve the Oscars that it won.
You go into the theater and it starts.
Yeah.
And it's literally the Live Aid performance.
Yeah. Oh, I
and
thought
everyone's getting like jacked. Everyone's
even
like,
before that though, the 20th Century Fox logo comes up and is played by Brian May on guitar, and that I'm obsessed. Anyway, continue. Continue.
Yeah, so like everyone's like they're setting up, and you get to the trailer, and everyone's like they walk out of that trailer. There's just that shot of them walking up and like getting ready to go on stage. You're like, oh, these guys bone. Like this is what the '80s were about. Live Aid.
Pretty much, yeah.
Right. Your parents probably didn't watch it. I assume my parents don't watch it.
I don't know. Every time I think of Live Aid, though, I think of the fun anecdote that Bailey and her dad have where 9 months after Live Aid, Randy was born.
Oh.
Just throwing it out there. Bailey would have said it if she was here. But anyway, yeah, so it starts out that way. It's actually just Freddie at the beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
And not the whole band, because it wants to set up that Freddie's the protagonist.
What?
Yeah, I mean, the movie's about him. It makes sense.
We know.
Yeah.
Okay. Do I go through your notes?
Sure. No, do you have other things to say?
No, I thought it was really good. I thought it was a good movie. It was
is a
very
good
entertaining.
movie. It
but
is.
Apparently it's the worst movie in the world.
No, I didn't say that, because I don't think that at all.
It's just a bad movie.
Literally, Bailey just told Rochelle that story. So, just now in their home. So, confirmed. So, okay, I love it. A lot of my notes are things that I love, that I geeked out about.
The reason we have problems in our marriage is because you're like, this is terrible. And I love it. So I'm like, do we hate it? Do we love it?
No, we love it. We
Okay.
love it. We
Got
just
it. We stand.
don't think it deserves any of the Oscars it was given, including Rami Malek as Freddie Mercury.
Wow. I mean, yeah, he was kind of bad.
He was garbage. Okay, here is why.
We're tearing the movie apart, so when everyone watches it, they're like, this is actually way better.
You got me.
Got it.
Caught me. Okay, this is where I'm going to compare it to Rocket Man, because Taron wasn't even nominated for Elton as Elton John in Rocket Man.
Who won the Oscar that year?
I don't know.
Oh.
Yeah, Google it. But he wasn't even nominated. But Rami won Best Actor. Here is my argument, though, is that all of the movies that came out in 2019 or whatever when these Oscars were won were garbage film. Like, Rami Malek probably was the only one that deserved the Oscar that year.
Okay.
Elton won, right?
Yeah.
Elton won, because he's Elton frickin' John. But, like, Taron wasn't even nominated, and Taron sang all of his own music. He shaved his head for the role. Like, he put on weight. He, like, did all of these things to, like, physical... I don't know. Anyway, and all Rami Malek did was put teeth in.
Okay.
Because I don't even think he necessarily had the physicality of Freddie Mercury down. He played him very flamboyant, which I would argue that Freddie Mercury wasn't always. And most importantly, the thing that stresses me out the most is that he didn't sing his own songs. And you can argue that nobody could ever possibly ever have a voice like Freddie Mercury, ever.
I wouldn't argue that.
So why would you try? But... What did you discover?
Oh, I'm still looking.
Oh.
You keep talking.
No, but so he didn't do any of that.
You're going to hate it. Who got Best Actor?
Who?
Joaquin Phoenix for the Joker.
I need to leave the room. I'm literally can I have my water? I'm so fired up. You're right. I do hate that. I really hate that.
Oh.
Yeah, Rami Malek beat out Christian Bale as Dick Cheney. I didn't see that movie, but I've heard great things about that movie.
Yeah, but we don't like Christian Bale. He doesn't.
Not as a person, but I like him as an actor.
Okay.
At least he doesn't like
I'm not saying
touch
look
little
it up.
boys. Anyway, so that's where I stand on Rami. I can't say that I stan him because I don't know anything about him.
Mr. Robot?
Yeah, I haven't seen that, so I don't really know.
I've only seen X-Men Apocalypse.
He's not that. I do have one more qualm about Rami.
Okay.
It's that in his Oscar speech, he said that Lucy Boynton was the heart of this film. She played Mary, Freddie's wife.
Yeah.
And he said that she was the reason that the film...
That's so random. Like the actual person?
Yeah, because they're dating. No, Lucy Boynton, his girlfriend, who played his wife in the movie. She was the heart and soul of this movie. And I was like...
That's weird.
First of all...
I don't like that.
Not even a little. Second of all, her acting as Mary was just sucking her cheeks in so she looked like Rami as Freddie. And, like, the shining stars of this show, I think most of us can agree, are the band.
Yeah, because you got... Like, the casting in the band was great. Cause, like,
impeccable.
Rami Malek wasn't a bad Freddie. Like, there's scenes where he looks like Freddie.
Exactly,
but, like, the guy who played Brian May, exactly.
Identical. Gwillem Lee.
Yeah, the kid from Jurassic Park.
Joe Mazzello.
Yeah, Joe Mazzello.
Love my life.
Great deacon. And then you get the Sprouse twins as Roger Taylor.
Both of them.
Yeah, they full housed it. They full housed it. You got it, dude. Yeah, it was fine.
They full housed it. Oh, I'm dying. No, it's Ben Hardy.
I don't know who that is.
He was on EastEnders.
That doesn't mean anything to me.
I know.
Oh, Peaky Blinders is another movie.
Peaky Blinders is a TV show.
Does it have anything to do with EastEnders?
No, and he's not in that either.
Okay, well, I watch a lot of...
Rochelle, how dare you? I knew she would say that.
Oh, I'm sorry. But yeah, like, the casting was great.
Lacey asked what was the heart and soul of the movie. It was the band.
It really was. It was the friendship they had.
Yeah, it was like every little interaction between them where they're like recording or just joking around with each other, or like the really heartfelt moments when, spoiler alert, you find out Freddie has AIDS and he tells the band and they're crying and like
HIV.
Well, he said yes. I mean, yes.
Yeah.
But when he tells them what he has, he says AIDS in the film.
Yeah.
Anyway, And it's really emotional and heartfelt, and you feel them. Their best interactions are as a band, all 4 of them.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Mary could not have been in this movie, and I would have been fine with it.
I agree.
Like you don't need her. She's a very essential part of Freddie Mercury's life, but her character wasn't. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, see, I even put my third one down. The band is a real star. Already talked about that.
I'm going to fight with Rochelle.
Well, you shouldn't have said that the Sprouse twins played Roger Taylor.
I thought we liked the Sprouse twins.
No, we like one Sprouse twin.
The one who doesn't do Riverdale.
Correct.
Got it. Corey.
Dylan.
Oh. What's the other one's name?
Cole.
Damien? Whatever. Who cares?
Corey and Damien Sprouse.
I knew one was Dylan. I think. No, who cares?
Dylan.
Yeah.
And Cole.
Yeah.
Not Dylan and Damien.
You're right.
I just have the wigs.
Yes. There are very many wigs in this movie.
So many wigs.
Because it starts in like the 60s. Mm-hmm. I think 64 is like the first year.
And then it ends 85.
Yeah.
At Live Aid. So as most people did in those time periods, you go through a myriad of hairdos.
Yeah.
And their wigs at the beginning were trash.
Yeah.
They were so bad.
Budget.
But then by Live Aid, first of all, Brian May's hair never changes and still hasn't.
It could be CGI.
It's now
it doesn't move.
Yeah, it's now gray. I loved at one point in the movie they're like, "Are you ever gonna cut your hair?" And he's like, "I was born like this." So good. But Deaky at the end has this like mushroom haircut, and it is.
Was it the end? I thought it was the beginning.
No, it's the end.
You're right.
Because at the beginning they all have like really long hair. Oh, so good.
It's great.
Aubrey said, "Why don't we like Cole Sprouse? Because he's Cole Sprouse."
Yeah, come on.
I don't really have any other reason other than because he's Cole Sprouse. I just said the Adam Lambert truck stop scene.
Because that happens. Adam Lambert makes a cameo.
Which I love. Oh, because Adam Lambert
tours with the band.
Yeah. That's why I loved this scene. Excuse me. Also, I was confused because I thought that scene happened in Rocket Man. Don't know why. Definitely doesn't. But I was like, wait.
Do you want to just talk about all the cameos?
Well, that's all I have notes for.
You made your notes chronologically, and they're not like grouped by topic.
No, just as I watched it. Do you have anything else you want to interject, though?
Not yet. You're doing great.
Oh, okay. Just tell me to shut up. You're good at that, right?
No.
I mean...
That sounds abusive.
No, that's not what I mean. I mean, say, I appreciate your input, but let me talk.
Oh, you're fine.
Okay. I have Mike Myers.
And 10 exclamation points.
Because his cameo is perfection. First of all, he's plays a Scottish character.
Man of mystery.
Yeah, well, we love.
Yeah.
But we love because Mike Myers put Bohemian Rhapsody on the map. Because nobody knew about the song. They knew about it. Everybody knew about it. Everybody had a Night at the Opera album, but people weren't that jazzed about Bo Rap. It didn't really chart or anything too major until it was in Wayne's World with Mike Myers and Dana Garvey.
I see what you're saying now.
To it.
Absolutely.
Oh,
yeah.
The song Bohemian Rhapsody.
No, but you're like Mike Myers. I'm like, in the movie, he hates the song.
Oh, no. Real life Mike Myers
yes.
making Wayne's World and demanding from Lorne Michaels that they put that in the film. Because they were like, no, why would you want to headbang to Bohemian Rhapsody? That's the dumbest thing ever. And Mike Myers was like, here's the deal. Yeah. We love Bo Rap. It has to be the song.
Then it like shot up to number 1 after Wayne's World. Yeah. Which is great.
And so that's why it's so perfect that they put Mike Myers into Bohemian Rhapsody.
Really
yeah.
To hate the song.
To hate the song, exactly.
It's so good.
Oh, it's so good. I love that scene too where they're like pitching him the idea and they just play opera and then they're all sitting there like jamming to this ba-dun-dun-dun. Carmen, right?
Yeah.
So good. Boba break. I'm out of breath. Yeah, Sagan heard it for the first time on Wayne's World. I heard it for the first time on
I'm
Glee.
sorry.
Just kidding.
Your note says, Mustache and Fred have more chemistry than Heath and Jake. I said it. Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. You care to explain?
So, for context, was that 2 nights ago?
Yeah.
On Wednesday?
Yeah.
Wednesday night, Sean and I, Mom said Bo Rap was popular when she was in high school.
60.
You know, back before, like, the world began.
Back when Wayne's World was cool.
Before Wayne's World was cool. Okay, so Wednesday night, Sean and I decided to finally watch Brokeback Mountain, which neither of us had seen.
Yeah.
But we were always interested in it because everybody was like, oh my God, you have to watch Brokeback Mountain. It's the best movie ever. And I'm just saying it out right now, throwing it out there. Heath Ledger and Jake Gyllenhaal had no chemistry, which is hard to believe because I have chemistry with them both.
Oh my word.
Sagan, I agree it was a good movie. It was beautiful. I also would venture to say that that is exactly how people in Wyoming live. Like, in the mountains.
No, because I know
elk.
this isn't like Brokeback Mountain or breakdown, but if you've ever been to Wyoming, they color graded all the grass, so it's super green.
Right. Well, it's really beautiful. Yeah, because it's super green, and then like the creepy farmhouse is super white.
Yeah.
It's all very saturated.
Yeah.
Which is not at all how Wyoming is.
No, Wyoming is dead grass.
For miles.
Sheep.
Also, Brokeback Mountain must be the only mountain in Wyoming.
Yellowstone National Park's in.
Well, yeah, and like Jackson Hole. But every time I drive through Wyoming, it's just...
yeah. You drive
flat.
the disappointing part.
You can see Colorado, Idaho, and the other one. Help. Geography. You can see them. Anyway. But Jake and Heath, no chemistry. Unlike Rami...
And his mustache.
And... Oh, that's what I called Paul Prenter before I realized what his name was.
Got it. I was so confused. Like, Rami's mustache prop
also, though,
got, like, best supporting actor.
It should have.
It was a good mustache.
It was really good. No, Paul Prenter, who is, like, the seedy bad guy who, like, pulls Freddie away from his band and then became his assistant / boyfriend / whatever. But they had really good chemistry. And then later I also said I said Fred and other mustache guy, also great chemistry. Jim Hutton. I didn't know their names, so they're just both mustache guys. But like they had really good chemistry.
I was a mustache guy once.
Yeah, you shaved. You knew this was happening.
I didn't.
You shaved.
No, I shaved like a week ago.
Oh, well. Okay, so then I have the best scene in the entire film.
Okay.
Which you might have a different best scene in the entire film. But my favorite scene in the entire film is when they're recording Bohemian Rhapsody at the farm.
Right.
Because to go to like a secluded farmhouse to do writing and be creative and whatever with your bros is the dream. It's the actual dream. And it's just the way that it's cut together is hilarious.
It is great.
Because they're like recording Bo Rap and you get to see Brian playing the guitar solo. I wanted to say lick. Like
sure. Yeah.
Anyway.
Riff.
Yeah. And you get to hear several versions of it, which I like geeked out about because I love stuff like that. And then it shows like a rooster, and the rooster's about to like go whatever, and then it automatically flashes to Roger singing the High Galileos.
Oh, yeah.
Hilarious. It's so good.
But it shouldn't have won Best Editing.
For that scene, it should have. But for the other freaking scene that doesn't make any sense, no. It shouldn't have. I'll fight you. I will die on this hill.
Apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I thought it was a great scene. It's really cool. Everyone likes a farmhouse.
Right? Like, is that not the dream?
Sure.
Let's get a farmhouse.
Why do you always pause to, like, take a drink? Why don't you take a drink when I'm talking?
I don't know, talk.
I'm a jealous bitch like Freddie is towards Mary BF David.
Wow. You are. I had no idea.
I'm literally reading your notes.
I would never write those notes. What's wrong with you?
Do you want to explain? Here, I'm going to read the notes and you can just explain your point.
No, because I want you to talk also.
No, I'll talk.
I'm warm.
Okay. Wow. You are very passionate. Mm-hmm. You're way more passionate than I am.
Okay, well, I really like this movie a lot.
Yeah, so tell me about David.
Give me a problem. Oh, yeah. So when he first when Freddie first meets David, who's Mary's new boyfriend.
Mary was
his ex-wife.
Right.
Yeah,
Rami Malek's.
Boynton. Rami Malek's girlfriend. Yeah. So, when he meets David, he's like so jealous.
Yeah.
And I relate. Like if we were to break up and then you brought in
another man,
a boy toy, I'd be like, I'll murder you. I don't care how much chemistry you have with your mustache, sir. You know?
I actually can't stand you.
Sure you can.
Yeah, it's great because like there's a scene at the beginning where they get engaged and he's like, "I'll always take care of you" or whatever,
yeah.
Which is foreshadowing because like
he does.
He does like he leaves his entire estate to Mary.
Yeah.
She was kind of rude about it in real life, like all this like sketchy stuff, but yeah, no, like it was true. Like he was a little jealous because he was like, "I thought we were gonna be together," and she's like, "You like the dudes,"
right?
And it's kind of. Yeah.
And then later, which I think leads into my next one, she comes and tells him that she's pregnant with David's baby.
Yeah, she goes to Germany.
Oh, is that where he is?
Yeah, he's in Germany.
You're right.
And which I'm like, it's crazy talk.
What? She wants to see him. No, he wouldn't answer the phone, or Paul kept answering and then hanging up. But so she goes to like check on him, and she says she's pregnant, and he goes, "How could you?" And I'm like, I relate.
Wow.
But like no, but then they like cry in the rain. He like chases her to the taxi. It's a really beautiful scene. Like that was the only scene of Freddie and Mary that I liked.
I like when they first meet and he's like, "I like your jacket," and then they go shopping together and she's like, "Those are women's clothes, but it shouldn't matter." And then he rocks this like
and then he's
awesome outfits
in the dressing room.
Brian's leather jacket.
Yeah, so the next three is where I talk about my favorite outfits.
Okay.
So, Freddie gets the band back together. He like goes on hiatus to go
do a solo album.
Yeah, because they offer him $4 million.
Yeah, which in the 80s I assume is a lot.
Albums.
Now it's a lot.
Yeah. And he. Oh, so he tries to convince the band to get back together. They go to their manager, Miami Beach, his office, and he tries to convince them. And Brian May walks in the room with this leather jacket that I need to have in my life.
Yeah.
Cozy.
Yeah, stop, baby.
Stop. Go lay down. Anyway, it's just a beautiful jacket. I think it's white, and it has like oversized shoulders because it was the 80s. I just really love it. And then way earlier when they're doing Killer Queen, Roger Taylor is wearing only a vest and it's like tasseled. incredible.
Oh he's like 12 feet tall.
Roger Taylor?
Oh, no,
The
Brian
drummer,
May.
yeah.
The Sprouse.
Yeah, the Sprouse. And then Deaky's mushroom hair is all I had to say. His Live
the
Aid
costumes,
outfit.
did it win an Oscar for costumes?
No.
Yeah, it should have. It was very
A
good.
lot of the costumes are the band's that they just let them borrow for
That's
the
so
film.
Cool.
Amazing.
Right.
Can you imagine? And Brian let Gwill use his actual guitar.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow, that's really cool.
Incredible. We already talked about that. Oh, yeah. And then my last note that I have, and then we can, like, open forum or actually talk. Sorry that I'm taking this over. At the end, he goes to see his family and introduce them to Jim Hutton, his boyfriend, and he says, he's helping Africa to his dad by doing Live Aid, and they're not taking any money for it, and he says, good deeds. His dad said this phrase to him, like, repeatedly, and he just kind of seemed to ignore him, and then at the end, he's like, isn't that what you always said, father? Good deeds, good whatever, good whatever. And then his dad cries and gives him a hug, and I was like, he's so proud of him. That's it. Those are my notes.
Wow, that was a roller coaster through Bohemian Rhapsody. It was good. No, it was a good movie. It's really weird because like they all could have been like very successful people outside of Queen. Because Brian May is an astrophysicist.
Yep, it currently is.
Yeah,
like,
I think he worked on like
is.
NASA projects and stuff.
Yeah.
And he's saving all the badgers in England.
Yes.
Which is great.
Amazing.
Yeah.
We love him.
Costumes we didn't talk about. We didn't talk about the good ones.
Oh, okay.
When Freddy's throwing a party at his house and he has like the crown and like the...
The full regalia.
I would wear that.
Oh, yeah.
If I was... What's stopping me?
Yeah, like if you
dress
went
for the
to
job
more
you
parties,
want.
yeah.
Monday, I'm gonna go to work and just like strut in, show them what's up. It's gonna be good.
I love it.
But Roger, I keep wanting to say Roger Toft, which is the guy that made the Enchanted Forest. Roger Taylor, it was like a dental student and like stuff like that, and Deaky was like an electrical engineer. Like they're all very smart people. And Freddie could have been a boxer, which is kind of weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, though, like, he is formally trained in piano.
Oh, really?
Which is how he can play all the songs that he can
that's
play.
Great. So is Elton John.
Don't get me started. We only got 20 minutes left. I can't go on Rocket Man right now.
Yeah. You kind of hit on all the big points of Rocket Man. It's a great movie.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah, Bohemian Rhapsody. Watch it. If you guys need to borrow it, I will let you borrow it.
Yeah. It's so good. I'm trying to think if I had any... There were things that I was thinking of that I forgot, so forget it.
All right, I will. Great soundtrack.
Oh my god. Well, that's like the music obviously is incredible.
Yeah.
And the way that they did it is so well done. And that's another reason I love the band so much is they all learned their instruments. Even though none of them actually the actors, even though none of them actually had to play the songs because it was all to a track.
Right.
They all learned like one of the hardest drum solos in all of it is in
Phil Collins, The Other Night. I can feel it coming in the air tonight.
Okay, no. Anyway.
You didn't say "Oh Lord." Like I feel like we didn't complete it without saying "Oh Lord."
Got it. No. Roger Taylor has a drum solo in the song. It's either in "Keep Yourself Alive" or "Doing All Right." I think it's in "Doing All Right," which they sing at the very beginning when they're still "Smile." So anyway, the drum solo is incredible and it's so hard. And Ben Hardy, like, his hands were bleeding. He practiced this drum solo so many times because he thought that he would have to do it.
Because they told him he would have to do it. Yeah.
Well, because initially they were all going to play and sing and whatever. And then Rami was hired and he was like, nah. I'm just kidding.
So
I just like to shade Rami.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah, Aubrey, I'm absolutely saying you need to watch Bohemian Rhapsody and Rocket Man.
We always talk about
immediately.
we need to watch The Greatest Show.
We should watch The Greatest Show.
Which, when Aubrey came to visit us,
she watched like 14 times.
Yeah. And we just kind of ignored her, so, you know.
That should be next on our list. Yeah. But yeah, the soundtrack is incredible. The sound editing, like, I will give them that. I think sound editing deserves the Oscar that they won.
Right.
Because it's incredible the way that they did it. I love the scenes where they're in the studio writing We Will Rock You.
Yep.
Because I love Brian being like, everyone was singing along to Love of My Life. We need to give them something that they can. And, like, we grew up in a time with We Will Rock You. Like, we talked about it last week.
Yeah, with The Knight's Tale.
With The Knight's Tale. Like, it's so iconic. And, like, I remember in elementary school, to get us all to shut up, our teacher would start going...
Really?
Yeah. And so we'd all, like, go along.
Yeah.
And it's like... It's bizarre to think that there was a time when my mom was alive when that didn't exist.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It's so iconic. So I loved watching that. And then the scene where Deacon, they're all fighting with each other, and Deacon starts playing boom, 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 boom. And then they're all like, they like stop fighting to be like, what is that? I love it. And it's also weird to believe there's a time when that never existed. Yeah. Or dun 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 dun. I love Vanilla Ice.
Deaky is the best member in the band.
Without a doubt.
Obviously.
What? No. Yeah. Obviously. John Deacon wrote the best songs.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah.
I said it.
Me and My Car.
I'm in love with my car.
Yeah, I couldn't even think of the name for the joke.
I mean, Roger Taylor has some hits. He wrote Radio Gaga.
Oh, yeah.
Not my fave.
Yeah, I always forget it was like a thing. I was like
shading Roger Taylor.
Yeah. He's not great.
He's not my fave.
I don't like the actor. Cole Sprouse.
He can handle you.
Oh, it's great. Yeah, no, it's fine. Watch it. Send it to your grandmother. Have her watch it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What else?
I don't know. Like, you did a lot more talking than I thought you were going to.
I'm really sorry that I dominated that conversation. Are your opinions different than mine?
No, see, when we watch movies, I'm like, oh, yeah, that was entertaining. And you're like, I hate this one time where the lighting, like, flickered, and I'm like, didn't even notice. It was totally fine.
I have to pick it apart.
You have to.
I've always been that way, though. I don't know why. Like, I don't know where I get it, because my mom loves movies, but she doesn't do that. You should
send angry letters to all these, like, film producers.
Like, here's the deal. This is how it's done. I'm not saying that I could have done it. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that I could have filmed it any better. Yeah. Of course not.
Second says, I'm not 100%, but I'm pretty sure Queen is the only band in history to have every member write a #1 song, The Beatles.
No. The Beatles... Hold on. You're stressing me out. First of all, not all of them wrote songs.
Everyone in Ed Sheeran's band wrote a song. Just him. I don't know if they were #1.
But Ed Sheeran's not a band.
Yeah. What?
He's Ed Sheeran. You see? Queen is a band.
Peter Best, the Beatles' original drummer, came out with a record titled Best of the Beatles, and people bought it.
Iconic.
And it wasn't him.
Iconic.
And it's so good. The greatest troll in music history.
That's amazing.
So good.
Yeah, Ringo did not write songs.
Yeah, that's a joke, because they're always like,
I love Ringo Starr.
Ringo, put it on the fridge.
I love him.
So good.
Yeah. Also, I could just, like, gush about Queen forever.
Same. We have a coffee mug that Amanda used twice today. I wanted for this podcast, and she dirtied it.
I made 2 drinks in it today.
Yeah.
Also, we got a really cool, like, Freddie Mercury clock made of a record.
Oh, yeah, I think it's
for Christmas. Record, yeah. We just really love them. And we always have because they're iconic. Like, I remember listening to Greatest Hits with my brother. Yeah. Because Austin was learning how to play guitar, so we would just sit and listen to them and like headbang. But my favorite song was like Bicycle.
Yeah, obviously.
And Austin's favorite song was probably like...
I can remember driving around in our Toyota Camry, like our 2003 Toyota Camry, and I remember Jake bought the CD and he's like, "This band's great, but everyone in the band died of AIDS." I'm like, oh, it's morbid.
First of all... False.
Yeah, and then we were like, oh yeah, this is all great music, and there's like, you made me buy all their greatest hit albums.
Yeah, you're welcome. Cozy just ejected our Rocket Man Blu-ray
out of the Xbox. Good job, Cozy. You're kind of a pain in the butt.
And now she's looking at it like, what just happened? What have I done? Cozy, leave it. Here, just keep.
Yeah, no worries. No, it was great. I think Rocket Man's fine. Watch it. Wait, we're talking about the Bohemian people.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah.
I was like, first of all, you think Rocket Man's fine? Those are fighting words. Rocket Man is a masterpiece.
Oh my gosh.
See, but if you've noticed anything about me and how I like film, besides tearing it apart, films fall into 2 categories.
Greatest movie ever. Yeah. I love it.
Or garbage. Yeah. I cannot think of a single middle of the road film.
Biodome.
I've never seen it.
So good. It's actually great. Pauly Shore and Affleck, Baldwin. Who even cares which one? There could be an Affleck in it. I found out there's a Casey Affleck.
Yes. We love him.
Do we?
Ben Affleck? No. Casey Affleck? Yes. If Casey Affleck was Batman, he might have been the best Batman yet.
Oh, that's a very strong opinion.
Just saying. What was I going to say about Batman? I don't remember. Cool, huh?
Just an aggressive. I felt like you were just yelling at me for most of this.
I'm sorry. I'm not yelling at you. I'm just trying to, like...
throw your opinions at me.
Yeah. At everyone involved.
Perfect. Next week we'll be in Montana.
Oh, yeah. Are we doing one there?
Who knows?
Well, we should figure that out.
We should.
What should we do it on?
I don't know why, but in my mind I was like, cats in the cradle in the silver spoon, little boy blue in the man on the moon.
Stands Casey Affleck.
That's good, dude.
Yeah. Killer Queen.
Casa Affleck.
Wait, hold on. You first heard Killer Queen on Guitar Hero?
It's not okay.
That's way too late to have
way too late
heard
in your life.
Killer Queen.
I remember the first time I heard Bicycle because we were bowling in Boy Scouts.
Yeah.
And there was a guy who sang the song repeatedly. And I remember he came up to me and he was like, "I've never been a fan of Star Wars." I was like, "What's wrong with you? Star Wars is great."
Yeah, Star Wars is great.
Why do you like this, man?
Is next week your birthday, Sagan? In which case, do you have any requests?
In which case, let's not go to Montana. Let's just hang out with Sagan.
Just do Sagan.
Yeah. When's your birthday? My sister's birthday is next week.
Oh, yeah. And Emerson.
Who's Emerson?
Our niece. Damn you.
Sound of Music with guest Dee Dee. Ugh.
Oh my god. Actually, though,
terrible.
I'm going to be at Mom's for the next, month, so...
You can do it without me.
That might
happen.
Got this. I might do that.
Yeah, that sounds terrible.
I'm going to patch Sean in, though, guys.
Yeah, we could do, the Addams Family movie.
Yeah. I'm like, have I seen that? Yes, because Wednesday chops her brother's arm off. Or her arm off.
I don't know.
And it's like... Do you remember that?
Yes, wait.
Friday. Jamie's birthday's Saturday.
Is it? Okay. I was like, I gotta look.
Sunday.
Okay. Yep. Cool.
Yeah.
We'll figure something out.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, and Lacey's birthday's next week, too. On Tuesday.
Not familiar. There's a lot of Pisces in our life. Or Leos?
Yeah, Tuesday.
What are they?
Aries.
Capricorns.
Aries.
The Aries?
Aries. The 21st, starting Sunday, is Aries season, which is why you've been a little psycho lately.
I resent that, first of all.
Because it's chaos season. And we have all of these Aries friends, which, like, it explains so much to me. Every time someone's
chaotic.
like, oh, yeah, I'm born between March 21st and April 21st, I'm like, yeah.
Yeah,
Hi,
Sagan,
Dad.
you love Montana. Montana's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi. You're not an Aries. You're a Sagittarius. Calm yourself. Calm yourself.
Anyways, great show.
Yeah, thanks for listening to me rant on and on and on about Bohemian Rhapsody. One of these days,
anything.
I'm going to rant on and on and on about Rocket Man. Here's the thing that I was going to talk to you, but also the crowd. I watch a lot of movies.
What?
I know, bizarre. How many movies have I watched this week? Like, since our last thing, I think I've watched...
Like, at least 6.
10?
Oh.
Well, because I watched... I've watched, like, 10 movies in the last week.
It's not okay.
I love movies.
I feel like watching a movie for me is a chore. Like, ugh, you gotta sit down. I really want to see the Snyder cut of Justice League, but it's 4 hours long, and I'm like...
I've never seen Justice League.
I haven't either. I really want to.
So we should watch that. What is it
it's
on?
4
HBO?
hours long.
Yeah, but I want to see it because maybe it's better than the one everybody hates. Anyway, what I was saying though is
next week, chaos movies.
Deal.
Love it.
No, I love watching movies. I want to talk about them.
Yeah.
So I'm like, should I just record videos separately and talk about movies and then upload them on this channel?
Sure, who cares?
Or like, would anybody watch that?
And then you could like edit yelling at the dog.
Edit out the dog, yeah.
An idiot.
But I just like we watched Brokeback Mountain, Zodiac I love, Prisoners I watched
That's
this
right.
week.
You watched like 8 Jake Gyllenhaal movies.
I told you, I'm in a Jake Gyllenhaal kick. I've watched like all of his movies now. Okay, Sagan, I was also thinking that should I just do a segment every week on this podcast where I recap the movies that I've seen?
Sure. You do you.
Would you allow me to scream at you about movies? I wouldn't take an hour. Yes.
Oh my gosh. Rapid fire round.
Yeah, exactly. Like Brokeback Mountain.
Trash.
No, watch it.
Okay. And then trash.
Zodiac, absolutely. Prisoners, absolutely. Nocturnal Animals, watch it immediately right now on Netflix. So good. Nightcrawler, pass, never watch.
Okay. Yeah, why don't you figure out your own...
Trials of 7, Chicago 7, watch immediately right now on Netflix. Right now. What else did I watch today? The Runaways, pass. Cool.
Anyways, we had a sign-off thing when we were done.
Yeah, be kind, rewind. Come back next week.
Be kind, rewind, see you next time.
Renters, your lease is up. Move out right now.
Eviction is here. And then just like cover up the camera. Jeez.
We're getting really good at this.
Then we'll figure it out eventually.
Also, this is a good idea because I want to talk about my weekly rentals, but I want to hear everybody else's. So next week, I know none of you guys are going to have time to watch movies like I do, but tell me if you've seen any good movies recently. Yeah. Cool. In the chat. Cool. Yeah. Thanks.
Cool.
For letting
Thanks
me
for
rant.
everyone coming.
Love you all.
See you next time.
Be kind. Rewind.
Send it to your grandma.
Send it to your grandma. We out?
How do we end the podcast?
Oh, like